Founded in 2011, FACEIT has quickly become the leading platform for online competitions in PvP multiplayer games. With nearly 3 million users and continuous exponential growth, FACEIT now hosts over 2,000 tournaments and 5 million game sessions per month. Wargaming has also decided to join the FACEIT platform to allow its players to play in online competitions. Let's take a look what we can expect from FACEIT and World of Tanks. Hello guys and welcome back to World of Tanks, and as you can see we are not going to be taking a look at the Ace tanker gameplay today. Well, you might have known that from the intro that you saw probably. We're going to be taking a look at what FACEIT has to offer when it comes to World of Tanks gameplay, and well, basically the gameplay stays the same, so you are just going to play in a different format. I'm playing with HeartBreak3R and cras3D, so we are playing on the map Himmelsdorf, as you can see here, and we are playing, well, 3 versus 3, so yeah, there are a lot of tournaments. You can play alone, you can play 3 versus 3 with, as you can see, tier 8s, you can play 7 versus 7, I believe, up to all the way up to 15 versus 15, so yeah, a lot of great tournaments and a quick way for you to try something new if you are bored of the random games, and if you don't want to go into a clan to play with your teammates. This is, well, in my opinion, this is something pretty great, because it's like playing in a platoon, but you really have to take care of your platoon mates, and we are going to see that in not one gameplay but 5 games that we are going to be taking this tournament. So as I said, it's a FACEIT tournament. We are playing 32 teams, and actually that's the 5 games. We get to the finals, and spoilers, we are going to win this one. So yeah, it's not that hard. If we were able to win, almost anybody can win this. So yeah, now I didn't talk much about the game. So we are playing 3 versus 3, and what we decided to do on this map is take the kill. That's the most important thing on this map. So if we take the hill, we are going to have the opportunity to, well, kill the enemy tanks as quickly as possible if they are trying to take the hill as well. That's why we have this AMX 5100. Now you can see that the enemies really didn't contest the hill. That's a shame, because we were expecting them up there, so we were driving a couple of circles around, but now we know where they are. So they are camping in the known locations on the B4 and A4. In IS3 it's HeartBreak3R. He is going to wait for us to get around and put some shots into the side and the back of the tanks, then he is going to move in. So I'm leading the charge because I am in a IS3. As you can see, my loadout is gold shells, so I'm really not aiming that carefully now. This is important. What I'm doing here is circling around this tank, and look at my turret. My turret is trying to block the shot onto the AMX 5100, so this guy is nearly dead. Yep, there he is dead. My turret's still blocking the shot on this IS3. I'm not allowing him to shoot my autoloader. All the time I'm trying to move up, and I make a mistake here. I let him go past me, and now I'm not in a position to stop him from going forward. Now, I thought there that we will have the last shot on the S3. He is not going to get to the AMX 5100. As you saw there, HeartBreak3R was also ignoring the T-34, so the T-34 is reloading slowly, and the most important thing is to kill those IS3s. And the T-34, as you saw there, dies. 1 kill each, and that's the first game. Let's take a look at another one. As you can see, we are playing another map on Himmelsdorf, and well, you're not going to be playing only maps on Himmelsdorf. Actually, what happens is that you're going to be voting for the map that you are going to be playing before you start the match. So on the FACEIT website you have the opportunity to vote among 7, I believe, maps, and then actually to ban the maps that you do not want to play. So we have banned, I believe it was the sand maps, and well, this is what's left at the end. So we were going for the mines and the Himmelsdorf because we feel that those the maps that we love the most and we can play the best. So that is something that you can try and, well, model it towards your gameplay and your game style. So as you can see, we are taking the same, well, basically the same tactics. We are going to try and take the hill quickly from the enemies, but it looks like these enemies are also not trying to contest the hill, so we are in a good position to circle around the hill. We know that they are not going to flank us. Now we are stopping here just to make sure that we can spot something maybe in the middle road on the G line. Nothing there, so we decide to go forward. I didn't really talk about much about my setup. As you can see, I only have APCR loaded because it's a tournament and I don't wanna miss those shots. I don't wanna that my shots don't penetrate or that they bounce or something like that. So yeah, I'm maximizing the penetration there. Also, I have a couple of HE shells. Those shells are only made for resetting the cap if there is nothing that you can do to the tanks that are in the cap. So an HE shell to the side or to the tracks just to reset. And as you can see, I'm using the premium consumable for the Russians, so I get those couple of seconds on the reload. Sorry, well, not couple of seconds, but couple of milliseconds on the reload. Also premium repair kit and premium med kits. Now we know where the enemies are. The two of them are in the cap, and we can see that the IS-3 is here. So the enemies have the T-32 and the IS-3. They have the similar setup as the previous team. The previous team had the T-34, but they didn't go for the cap. So this is something that we are, well, facing for the first time. But as you can see, I'm still, well, doing my duty, going forward and just trying to put some shots into these tanks and take the shots for my autoloader that can have the shots on the side or the rear. But actually we made a mistake here when approaching. So the second IS-3, that's HeartBreak3R, he went for the enemy IS-3 that was spotted there on the D2. What we should have done here is probably all of us go for that IS-3, finish him off because he's singled out, he's isolated, just swoop by him, finish him off, and then go for the T-32 and the IS-3 that are in the cap. So I took 2 shots here and I bounced a couple of shots, and now I'm in a bad position because the T-32 and the IS-3 are going to rush me. Now I'm just waiting for them to come around the corner, put 1 shot into the tracks. Yep, track it, not allow the T-32 to shoot me, so he shoots my frontal plate. I still have the help from the AMX-50-100 on the side, but I believe that he is reloading and they're going for me. I bounced the T-32, the IS-3 has to shoot me now, and the AMX-50-100 has the shots on the IS-3 on the side. But unfortunately he is loading and I still have to fight off with the IS-3 and the T-32. I'm always angling my armor, if you saw that. I'm always angling my armor towards the tank that is going to fire next. So the AMX is still on the reload, and this doesn't look great for us. If this IS-3 shoots at the HeartBreak3R, but he wasn't able to, I believe that his gun jumped up and on the back depression on the IS-3. The MX-50-100 reloads quickly, finishes off the T-32. HeartBreak3R was able to finish off the IS-3, and now all that's left to do is for the autoloader to finish off this IS-3. Now this is why it's good to have the autoloader. Look, this IS-3 was at 800 HP, and with 3 or 4 shells he was able to, well, finish him off. That's a GG, and let's take a look at another one. So game 3 here, and actually this is the quarterfinals. So we have the quarterfinals, the semifinals and the finals to go. And as you can see, we are playing on the mines map. So this is what we were talking about on the FACEIT website. Before this game starts, before this round started, we were able to vote for the maps that we like, and we were voting for again for the Himmelsdorf and the mines, but the enemies banned Himmelsdorf, so we went for the mines. And well, this is how you play in mines. You really want to take one tank with a good turret, the T-32 being the obvious choice here, because, well, nothing can penetrate that turret of the T-32. They really have to be aiming their shots, and they really have to be, well, using gold and, well, really good on the aim if they want to kill the T-32. So the T-32 in position where he is pretty good, they are not going to be able to root him out that quickly. Now the problem is that I misplayed here. I wasn't able to help Heartbreaker on the left side. I stayed here because I should have gone with him on that position to shoot the IS-3s that are in front of the T-32, but I decided to move forward towards the middle and, well, help the T-32. That's a misplay by me, but I'm putting pressure all the way that I'm going forward to the tanks that we are trying to kill. Another shot there by the enemy tank. He made a mistake. He shot my tracks. That should have been a killing shot and, well, shot that did damage, but not to destroy the tracks. Just have to be really careful with your shots. If you are going to destroy the tracks, you are not going to do much. Every shot that you miss in this kind of gameplay can cost you the game. Now another mistake here by me. I was driving so poorly there on the rock and I wasn't able to put my gun down. So I'm standing here waiting for the IS-3 to pull back, and I didn't know that the IS-3 was aiming at me and shoot me. And I get ammo racked and I don't have the repair kit, so that was a really bad play. But the T-32 and the IS-3, so the Heartbreaker, are playing really nicely. And another misplay. They're playing really nicely and they really carried me in this one. So we played pretty good, I must say. I did do a lot of damage, but those shots that I received were pretty bad there. So this IS-3 is left on 2 HP. Now this is what I was talking about. You can't afford shooting the tracks. If you are losing HP and not doing damage towards the team, you're going to be losing like this one. Let's take a look at another one. So another map on the mines. This is game number 4 and actually it's the semi-finals. And well, we are playing the same tactics, no need to change here anything. The T-32 Crush is going to be our joker in these games. He is always driving the T-32 or the MX-5100, and we are driving the IS-3s, so we were changing up a little bit here. Now we are going to put me and the T-32 towards the middle, towards the rocks, so we have the crossfires and, well, the element of surprise on the enemies, and the IS-3, so the Heartbreaker, is going to be staying down. And, well, it looks like that the tactics that we were preparing is going to do nothing for us here, because the enemies have decided to go into the cap and they are trying to cap it with full force. So the three of them, all of them going into the cap, and, well, that's a mistake, and we are going to show you why. Because we took the hill and the T-32 is going to be in a great position to shoot at the tanks from one side, and me and Heartbreaker are going to come from the other side. So yeah, look where Heartbreaker is. He is going to try and find the shots towards those IS-3s that are spotted, and I'm just going to drive into the cap circle if we need to reset and we need to stop them. So yeah, the T-32 finds a shot on this IS-3 and I find a side shot on the IS-3. And now look at the movement of the enemy team now. It's obvious what they're doing, so they want to go for the T-32. So we are going to do everything to stop them going for the T-32, not going to miss the shots. That's the most important thing. So the T-32 is in a pretty bad position, so he has 3 tanks rushing him, but the cavalry is here, if I can say so. So we're singling out one by one on the enemy targets. So you saw me there just trying to bump that IS-3, not allow him to shoot the T-32. And now doing the same thing as I did in the first game. So stand in front of the T-32, not allow your friendly tank to get shot. I was standing in front of him to receive the shot into my cupola. As you can see, this IS-3 really doesn't want to shoot me, he wants to shoot at the T-32. But me or Heartbreaker are just slowing him down. That's a GG, and let's go to the finals. And the final map. So we're once again playing on the mines, and this is the final match. The enemy team is, I believe, the the Vital Bunch, those guys are just great. And well, we're going to have a great game here, so stick around and see it. Now, we're doing the same tactics as we did before, just with the slight difference. We are again going to push the IS-3 to the middle with the T-32, and we are going to be playing with the IS-3 on the side, so the lower part. And well, yeah, the enemies are not going to fight us here, so they're having other plans for us. Now, we made a little bit of a mistake here. We can see that the enemies are trying to cap, so I'm going for the hill. That's a mistake by my place, and Heartbreaker was going for the other side, so he wanted to come from the 8, 9 and 0 line, but I believe that the better choice is to go for the ABC line and come from that side. We already know how that went for the previous team, and we are going to do well the same thing for this team. And now you can see the T-32 doing the job from the hill, so this is why it's so important to take the hill. The T-32 was able to put a couple of shots into this IS-3, and before we were here, he was able to put this guy well down for some HP. I put a shot on the side of that IS-3. I believe that IS-3 was in the same position where the IS-3 on the previous map was, so he was trying to go for the T-32, but he made a mistake, went out and got shot into the side. Now, good communication is important. Now I go out to take a shot from the IS-3, but I put a shot into the enemy IS-3, and now all that T-32 needs to do is just shoot that guy and finish him off. And Heartbreaker is coming from the side as well. Now that was a bad move by me. I got shot and I didn't shoot him back, so we have the advantage. We have one kill, they cannot really cap it, but as you can see, I'm on half HP and T-32 is also on one shot, so two of us really need to be careful. We need to wait for the Heartbreaker to go in, and he is putting some really nice side shots on the IS-3. So that IS-3 is on one shot, so I really can risk one shot into me to finish off that IS-3, but he was reverse side scraping, and that was a great gameplay by him. Wasn't able to finish him off, and well, from this position maybe I can squeeze a shot, and now this I cannot penetrate this, so I'm not even going to shoot at him. I'm trying to bait the shot from the IS-3 to allow my friendly tanks to go forward and finish him off. And now when this IS-3 is... well, it's an IS-5, or yeah, it's an IS-5, so what we decided to do here is just put a couple of shots into him and ignore this IS-3 that was left on such a low HP there. And now three of us left, he is all alone, and it's a matter of time who will get the kill. That's a GG, and that's the finals one, and let's just take a look at the reward that we got and how you can use it in World of Tanks. So the reward for this short tournament was 300 FACEIT credits, and well, you are going to use those credits to unlock tanks or gold or well, everything that you can basically buy in the World of Tanks shop. You can get it by playing on FACEIT and getting those credits. The only problem is that we got 300 FACEIT points, and well, to make a comparison, for 6000 FACEIT points you are going to be buying 1000 gold in World of Tanks, so that's basically means that you have to play, how many is that, 20 tournaments like this one, win them all, and then you're going to win those 1000 gold. And well, you can get a lot of more gold when you're playing some higher tournaments, but I'm just putting it into a perspective from the point of view that we were playing. So as I said, this tournament had 32 teams, and totally I believe it was about 1 hour in length when you consider that we played 5 games and a couple of minutes for the preparation of the matches. So yeah, that's something that you can count for. So yeah, 1 hour of enjoyment. I really have to say I enjoyed playing. It's like playing in platoon, but you have to take care of your platoon mates. So that's enough for me, guys. I hope I sparked your interest in, well, maybe playing one of these tournaments. I'm certainly going to continue playing this tournament, so you can invite me if you want. We can play some together. As always, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't like the video, you can leave a dislike or leave a comment what you think about the replays that you saw here. And tell me in the comment section down below what you think about the FACEIT, or well, if you have any other platform that you are playing on and trying to win gold that way. As always, if you don't know what to watch next, you can watch the previous video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can do it now. I hope you guys like this one, and I'll see you in the next one.